Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine at your home. Now in this video we will revise chapter number 7, Animal Living and Survive. So a variety of animals are found everywhere on the earth. To understand the world of animals better, we can divide them into two groups, vertebrates and invertebrates. Vertebrates are animals that have backbones. They are further divided into 5 broad groups: fish, amphibians, birds, reptiles, and mammals. And what is backbone? Backbone is called the vertebral column. That's why all animals that have a backbone are called vertebrates. Fish. Fish are also vertebrates that live in water. They have unique organ called gills that help them to breathe. And what are amphibians? Amphibians are vertebrates that can live both on land and in water. Examples of amphibians are frogs, salamanders, and in water they breathe through their moist skin, but on land they breathe through their lungs. Next, birds. Birds are animals with features, feathers and wings. Most birds can fly, and their wings and boat-shaped bodies enable them to fly. Crows, pigeons, sparrows, parrots, and eagles all are some examples of birds that can fly. But some birds that cannot fly are ostrich, penguin. They are called flightless birds. Reptiles, snakes, lizards, crocodiles are all reptiles. They have scaly skin, dry skin. They're usually slow moving animals. Next one is mammals. Mammals that give birth to their babies, that feed their young ones with their milks. Mammals have hair all over their body. They have 4 limbs. For example, dogs, cats, cows, etc. are all examples of mammals. Human beings are also mammals because they also give birth to their babies. Our hands and legs are our limbs. Mammals have tail, but it is absent in human beings. And mammals also have external ears. Whales and dolphins may look like fish, but they are mammals. Now, invertebrates. Animals that they have backbone are called vertebrates, but invertebrates that do not have backbone. For example, butterflies, ants, cockroaches, beetles, earthworms, spiders are all examples of invertebrates. Now, adaptation in animals. Animals are found all over the world. In desert, in cold areas, in snowy mountains, in oceans, seas. So, the home or natural environment in which an animal lives is called that habitat. Habitat of plants and animals change over the time, and plants and animals also undergoes changes in their structures and their behaviors to suit the changing environment, and plants and animals suited to their environment, that is known as adaptation. That changes is known as adaptation. Adaptation help living organisms to survive in their environment. Now, animals adapt themselves by food habit, by movement, by surviving in extreme cold and heat, and by showing special adaptations such as camouflage, migration, and hibernation. So, what is the adaptation by food habits? On the basis of food habits, animals are grouped as herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, and parasites. First one is herbivores. Animals that eat only plants and their products are known as herbivores animals. For example, deer, zebra, camels, etc. They eat only grass, leaves, and barks of trees. They have sharp teeth in the front for cutting plants. At the back, they have large, strong, and broad grinding teeth. because grinding teeth help them to chew and grind the plant parts. Next one is carnivores. Carnivores eat the flesh of other animals. Lions, tigers, leopards, jackals are all carnivores animals. They have long pointed teeth called canines to pierce into and tear the flesh of the prey. Next is scavengers. Hyenas, vultures are all eat the decaying flesh of dead animals, and this helps to keep the forest clean. And these animals are known as scavengers who eat the decaying flesh of dead animals. Okay, so they have short and powerful canines. They also have powerful back teeth to crush bones. Vultures have sharp, strong beaks to tear the flesh. Next is omnivores who eat plants as well as flesh of other animals. That animals are known as omnivores. Monkey, apes, bears, human beings also are known as omnivores. Now, all herbivores, carnivores, omnivores need to chew and digest their food. Okay, so do you know of any animals that do not need to digest food? That is parasites. Parasites are tiny animals that live on the blood of other animals are known as parasites. For example, lice, which are sometimes found in the hair on our head, are parasites. Fleas, ticks, wingless insects that live on birds and mammals are all known as parasites. Fleas spread by jumping from one animal to another to suck their blood. Some worms are also known as parasites, for example, tapeworm, flatworm, that live inside the intestines of animals. We can also get tapeworms if we eat food from infected animals. Next is adaptation by movement. All animals need to move to find food, to find shelter, to protect themselves. Some animals, such as the deer, zebra, run on hard soil. They have developed hard ends on their feet called hooves, which help them to run on hard soil. These animals run fast to escape from the predators, from the enemies. Animals such as tigers and lions have padded feet, paws, so they can move closer to their prey without making any noise. Animals that fly are called aerial animals, and animals that spend most of their time on trees are called arboreal animals. Arboreal animals have adapted themselves to move on trees. They have feet and claws to grip or hold the tree. Monkey also uses its long tail for balance and to swing from tree branches. Next is surviving in extreme condition. Polar regions, deserts have extreme conditions. So, animals that live in that areas have the features to adapt there. For example, polar region animals are Arctic. In Arctic region, we find polar bears, and in Antarctic region we find penguins. Arctic and the Antarctic are the coldest places on earth, and life is extremely difficult here. Polar bear inhabit the Arctic regions, and while penguins are found in the Antarctic Ocean. Now, penguins have a thick layer of fat under their skin and waterproof coat of feathers to keep them warm. Polar bears live in the Arctic. They has a thick layer of fat under its skin and a coat of thick fur that keep it warm. Snowy mountains, animals such as mountain goat inhabits mountains. Its furry hair of mountain goat saves it from cold in the winter. In desert areas, camels are the biggest desert animals. They have adapted in many ways to live in extremely hot and dry conditions. Now, when water is available, a camel can drink about 90 liters at a time. A camel has broad, padded feet to help it walk easily, and during a sandstorm, camel's nostrils close up to block out sand. Next is special adaptations, camouflage, hibernation, migration. All are special adaptations that possessed by some animals. First one is camouflage. What is camouflage? The ability of some animals to merge with their surroundings through their color or body shape. That ability is known as the camouflage. For example, a grasshopper is green in color like the surrounding grass and plants. This makes it difficult to spot a grasshopper. Next is hibernation. What is hibernation? Hibernation is a deep sleep through the winter that enables an animals to save energy and survive without food. Migration. What is migration? Some animals move in large numbers from one place to another in search of food, water, shelter, or to escape from harsh weather. This movement of animals is called migration. Okay, so I hope you all have to understand this chapter. Now, on the basis of this explanation, you have to complete the worksheet of this chapter. Question number 1 is name them animal that eat only plants. A long winter sleep taken by some animals. Question 2, who are vertebrates? Question 3 is what kind of teeth does carnivore have? Question 4 is name two polar region animals. And the last question is animals that live on land are called dash animals. Okay students, so you have to complete this worksheet in your science notebook. Okay, thank you students.